The stock and the business itself is almost entirely because of non-beer brands at this point. I mean, the growth in hard seltzer and the teas that you make for a company that really popularized craft brewing, it would seem ironic.
It's ironic, but it's true. I mean, the reality is consumers have voted. They like sort of beyond beer type products like Truly Hard Seltzer, like Twisted Tea. They've been growing. Also, remember, those brands are not exposed to the on-premise restaurant and bar closures the way beer has been. So beer kind of got a big hit when all the restaurants and bars went down, whereas these brands like Twisted Tea or Truly and others that are not so dependent on distribution in bars have really been buoyed and have grown really significantly in the last year.
I'm interested in that idea, though, that people, because they're not going out to drink, because they're at home, they're completely changing what they drink. Do you think that's an enduring change?
I think it's hard to tell. I think certainly it is now, and it will be until everyone gets their vaccination, people go back to bars and restaurants. But if you look at the data, you'll see that brands, again, like Truly or Twisted Tea, they've grown the household penetration and usage significantly over the last, say, 10 months. So people are basically creating new habits, and these brands are now part of the consideration set, if you will, that, in the future when they maybe not have been in the past.
Yeah, I also, Dave, find it curious, especially somebody who doesn't drink myself, that non-alcoholic beer, and I know you're getting ready to launch a new one next year, is becoming as popular as it is. I'm curious who's drinking that, and I guess even more than that, what your outlook is for the beer part of the business, more specifically in 2021. I mean, how much of this hinges on a vaccination rollout on a bigger, more mass scale?
Yeah, I think, first of all, non-alcoholic beers, I mean, it's not just for old people like me anymore. I mean, younger consumers are drinking non-alcoholic beer, and a lot of times it's in the middle of drinking, beer with alcohol, just to kind of pace themselves over time. So our product is called Just the Haze. It's a great product, and I think what's different is that it's a non-alcoholic beer that does not taste like a non-alcoholic beer. So that's a very small sliver, though, of the category at the moment, but we think it's an important place to go. As it relates to the total beer business, it does depend on when restaurants and bars open, because 25 to 30% or more of the mix for beer is in that channel. So when they open, then we expect to see a nice boom. For our plans for next year, we expect all of our brands to be growing next year. We talked about that in our last earnings call. So we expect beer will grow next year for Boston Beer.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.